Hello and welcome to Free Friday Yoga with Joe. So my name is Yoga Joe. I'm here at the Universal Wellness Yoga and Massage in beautiful Washington Mills, New York. And I want to present an hour-long class of Kundalini Yoga, so something different today. So Kundalini, a little bit about Kundalini, just a brief background, because I think there's a lot of misinformation out there about Kundalini. Kundalini is connected to the divine feminine energy. The idea is that you have this energy at the base of the spine, down by your low back and your butt. And that the idea of Kundalini practices is to awaken that energy at the base of the spine, and then have it travel throughout the body, nourishing and uplifting the body. Not just the body, though, the body, the mind, and the spirit. As we remember from our yoga practice, that those things are united and interrelated. And so yoga works on a multi-dimensional level: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Kundalini goes back to about the 9th century approximately. It's very old. It is a form of hatha yoga, so it has breathing practices and movement and meditation mixed in. Kundalini tends to be a bit more intense at times. So what we'll do today is we'll combine, hopefully I'll give you a good sampling of all three. So I like to think of it as a moving meditation, a brief, like a Cliff Notes version of Kundalini. It is moving meditation that incorporates breathing, movement, and also chanted mantra. So we'll sing a couple of mantras today, recite one out loud, and we'll sing another one. There's something about singing a mantra. A mantra is just a spiritual, usually a spiritually positive phrase that's in Indian Sanskrit. And when you chant it, it resonates within the body and kind of heals the body from the inside out. Okay, let's get started. So come to your seated position. Let's just center for a few moments. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. So much of the practice today will be with eyes closed unless I indicate otherwise. Do the best you can. Of course, if you need to open your eyes to check to see what I'm doing, that's fine. And then close them again when you can, once you have the motion. Just breathe nice and easily in and out through your nose. Let's start off with a breathing practice. So, again, I said Kundalini combines breathing, movement, and chanting. Let's do a breathing exercise. So this is a little different than what you're used to in normal yoga practice. So this is called a segmented breath, meaning you're going to come up like stair steps. You're going to come up and divide your inhale into 4 segments. You're going to so noticeably inhale 4 segments in, and then just exhale through the nose, 1 continuous out breath. So I'll demonstrate. It sounds like this. So inhaling like stair steps, going up 4 in, exhale 1 continuous motion out through the nose. Let's begin. Three more times like that. 3 more. After the last breath, hold the breath for a second. Just hold your breath. Tighten the pelvic floor. So tighten like you're trying to not go to the bathroom. Tighten down below by the pelvic area. Squeeze the lower back. Hold your breath. Keep holding. Exhale. Okay. Slowly open your eyes. We're going to start with the Om Namo Gurudev Namo mantra. And I know I'm not holding it up in front of you. Om, O-N-G, Namo, N-A-M-O, Gurudev, G-U-R-U-D-E-V. D-E-V, kind of goes together. And then Namo again, N-A-M-O. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We use it to begin the practice, and then we'll use another mantra at the end to seal the practice, to close it out. Okay, you'll get it. Just repeat with me out loud. Take a deep breath in first, and just exhale normally. And we begin. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. We'll do it 4 times. Again, inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. One more time. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Close your eyes. Bring the thumb and forefinger together, palms up, rest the palms on your knees, thumb and forefinger connect. Seal the energy into the body. Breathe. Just take a few moments of quiet meditation. Meditate on your breath. And slowly open your eyes. So the Om Namo Gurudev Namo that you just repeated is a mantra that means you bow to the divine teachings of the universe. So whatever your higher power is, or whatever you believe in, maybe you just believe in the power of nature, you bow to the eternal spiritual powers of the universe, and you also bow to the internal spiritual teacher within you, your intuition, your inner knowing, that part of you that knows what's right for you and knows it on a deeper level than just your mind. Okay, I bow to the universe, I bow to myself. Okay, let's start with some warm-ups, and then we'll go into a Kriya, which is a set sequence in Kundalini, to a set of exercises to reach a desired outcome. All right, let's start with some warm-ups. Just rotate the head side to side. So just a half circle, side to side. Moving the chin up to the right, up to the left. So we're going to warm up the body, top of the spine to the bottom of the spine. And then we'll do some more different Kundalini practices. So this is the movement part, obviously. We did a little breathing. Now we're going to do the movement part. And come back to the center, sit up tall, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just let that right ear hang down. Come back up to the top, drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Come back up to the top, full circles, circle the head all the way around. Trace a circle with your nose. Just be careful, any neck sensitivity, then just go side to side. Okay, so if it's too much to go all the way around, just do a half circle. So in other words, if your neck is really tight or you have a kind of neck injury, don't go back. Just keep in front and just go, like a windshield wiper, side to side. Otherwise, rotate around. All the way around. Switch directions, take it the other way. Big circles or windshield wiper the other direction. Back to center. We're gonna do some shoulder drops for about 30 seconds or so. So I'm just gonna lift the shoulders and let them drop. Lift the shoulders, let them drop. Keep going, lift and drop, lift, drop. If you wanna link the breath, inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's try and incorporate as many elements as we can. So let's add a mantra in. Sat Nam. Sat Nam means I am truth. Satnam, Sat Nam. So inhale up, Sat, exhale down, Nam. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. You don't say it out loud, you say it quiet. Just inhale Sat, exhale Nam as the shoulders drop. Inhale up to Sat, exhale down to Nam. Just let the shoulders drop. Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Now, if that's too much for the mantra, just breathe. Inhale up, exhale, drop. Inhale up, exhale, drop. All right, come back to center. Pause for a second. Start some hip circles. Just circle the hips in one direction. So I'm going to rotate to the right, counterclockwise. But you can start the other way if you want to. Just rotate the hips. Hands can stay on the knees, somewhere on the legs. If you feel like freeing up the arms, you can free up the arms and swim around, make a little circle in front if you want. If that doesn't feel good or it's painful in any way, then don't do that. Just keep the hands on the legs, rotate in a circle, working into the low spine. Remember, Kundalini originates in the low spine. The idea is to free up that energy so that energy you can use it in your life, use it in the body to energize the body, use it in the mind to calm the mind, use it for spiritual energy to elevate ourselves to be better people. Keep rotating, switch directions, take it the other way. The ancient scholars, ancient yogis thought that, us Americans, us Westerners, we're not disciplined enough to sit for long periods of time. And the ultimate goal of some yoga is meditation, sitting silently and controlling your mind. So hence the physical aspects of yoga. The ancient yogis thought, well, you Westerners, you need to move. And maybe once you calm your bodies down, since you're so hyper and so exercise motivated, then you'll be able to sit and control your mind. So that's where our physical movements come from. Come back to center, pause. Let's do a little side bend. Left hand comes out to the left, plant the left hand, right arm up and over, side bend left. Option to roll that thumb down. If you roll the thumb down on the right hand, so the thumb is pointing towards the floor, frees up the shoulder blade. Breathe. So those of you with tight shoulders or shoulder injuries, roll the thumb down. Breathe. Flip over to the right side, right hand down, left arm up and over. Go the other way. And then we're just going to flow it. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. If you want to repeat the mantra, Sat as you go to the left, Nam as you go to the right, quietly. Sat, Nam, inhale, exhale. Sat, Nam, inhale, exhale. Of course, you don't have to say it out loud. Say it silently. Nice flowing movement. So if you haven't figured out already, in Kundalini, sometimes we maintain the movement for a while. And when we get to the mantras, we will repeat the mantras for a while. And the idea is to kind of like push through boundaries. So things can be difficult, right? When we continue doing them and you want to give up, you don't want to keep going. The same with our lives, right? Things can be difficult in our lives, but sometimes we need to push through those boundaries, right? Push ourselves and do more than we think we're capable of. Because we are usually generally capable of much more than we aspire to. Some of us, most of us. All right, come back to center. Pause. All right, a little movement with the hands on the shoulders. So fingertips to the shoulders, fingertips facing behind you. And then bring the arms out to the side a little bit. And we're going to rotate left and right. So inhale left, exhale right. Let the head follow. Inhale left, exhale right. Just swing the elbows side to side. Try to link the breath to the movement if you can. Inhale as you go left, exhale as you go right. Inhale left, exhale right. Just let the head follow. So the head follows the arms. A little more, keep it going. Back to center, pause for a second, just meditate for a minute. Thumb and forefinger together, palms down, ground. Just ground yourself for a few moments. Bring the focus to your breath. Close your eyes. Take a few moments to meditate. Okay, open the eyes when you come up to hands and knees. So up to hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows. So from hands and knees, tabletop position, hands flat on the floor, shoulders above the hands, knees in line with the backs of the palms. Inhale, tuck the chin, tuck the belly, rise up like a cat, arching its back. Exhale, lift the chin, drop the belly, curl the tailbone under. Now, if that hurts to curl the tailbone under, you can curl under halfway. So just curl under halfway and then push back. Push your hips and your butt back, stretch back. Okay, inhale. Like a cat arching its back, tuck the chin, tuck the belly, rise up, arch your back. Exhale, raise the chin, drop the belly, gently curl the tailbone under. Option to uncurl the toes or tuck the toes, whatever feels good. Keep going. Inhaling up to cat, exhaling down to cow. Take it into a nice little flow. Doesn't have to be fast. So, if I'm going too fast for you, just slow down. Slower is better. Feel a nice stretch in the low spine. Again, we're just warming the body up. Back to center. Let's just do puppy for a second. So bring the hands way up to the top of the mat, fingertips up towards the front edge of your mat or as far out as you can stretch out with your arms. And then drop your head between your arms. Keep your arms off the mat, off the floor. Push your hips and your butt back. Feel a nice stretch into the low back. Stretching into the shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. Breathe. Come back up to the top. We're going to take it into a little flow. We're going to flow forward into Cobra as best you can. So flow forward into Cobra. Now, if you can't flow forward into Cobra, and then I'm going to come back into Child, and then come immediately up out of Child, and then go back into Cobra again. So Cobra, Child, flow. If you can't do that, if Cobra's too much on the curve on your back, just lower down like a push-up, come down, and then push up and back to Child. Okay, so your choice, either a push-up and just come down like a reverse push-up, or come into Cobra. Okay, let's start. Inhale forward, lower down, Cobra, or just lower to the floor. Push up and back, Child. And forward, come down, Cobra. And push up and back, Child. And come forward, decline, push up, Cobra. Head, neck, and chest come forward, lift up using the top half of the body. Hands just rest at your sides. Palms down, fingers straight ahead. Elbows tucked in, hands in close to the chest. And we continue. Inhale back to Child. Exhale forward to Cobra. Inhale back to Child. Exhale forward, Cobra. Keep going. Few more. Keep it going. You can do it. Two more at your own pace. Inhaling to Child, exhaling forward to Cobra. Okay, this time come up to hands and knees and just take it back to Child for about 4 or 5 breaths. Settle into Child, hips to heels, arms can come out in front of you. As an option, if you want, you can bring the arms alongside the body, palm up. And this kind of works into the shoulders, relaxes the shoulders a little bit. You can wiggle the shoulders side to side. It's like a contented baby resting, contented child resting. It's not better, it's just different. So that's an option, either arms alongside the body, palm up. Relax the shoulders, or arms in front, stretched out. Allow the hips to sink down towards the heels, uncurl the toes, and breathe. Child is also very restful for the nervous system. It calms the nervous system. So it's the opposite of fight or flight. Kicks in the parasympathetic system, which is the part of your nervous system that relaxes you. So think of meditating. Think of, when you first get up in the morning from a good night's rest, those feelings. Okay, come back up to hands and knees and sit down for a second. Let's just meditate for a second. So come back up, sit in cross-legged position. Now, if cross-legged position bothers you, can open the legs up too. Open them up in front or any way that's comfortable. Bring the hands, thumb and forefinger together, palms down, close your eyes, and meditate for a few moments. Close the eyes and meditate. I wanted to expose you, just listen as you with your eyes closed. I wanted to expose you to something called breath of fire. Now, breath of fire is kind of misunderstood in Kundalini lore. And you may feel a little lightheaded, a little winded by doing this breath of fire. So we're going to do it slow, and we're only going to do it for, a couple of minutes. But even a couple of minutes gives you a kind of a clue as to the power of breath of fire. So breath of fire is said to cleanse and purify your blood. It calms the nervous system. It's supposed to have a lot of healing properties for the body. So basically it purifies the blood, it boosts your immune system. So it's good for the times we're living in now. It resets nerves in the body. And Kundalini yogis say that 1 hour of yoga, it's the equivalent of doing 1 hour of yoga in like a few minutes time. So we shall see. Okay. So I'm going to set the timer. Keep your eyes closed, keep meditating for about, we're going to go for 3 minutes and see how we can do. So I know it's probably going to push some people a little bit, but let's try it. All right, so let me demonstrate breath of fire. It's almost like you're panting with your mouth closed. So just everybody that's watching me now, just kind of open your mouth and pant a little bit. Now slow the pant down. Now close your mouth and imagine doing that with your nose. Do it with your nose, with your mouth closed. So you want to set a rhythm that you can maintain. You don't want to go too fast. You don't want to be like, you're gonna get winded if you do that. Okay. So a slow, steady rhythm. In and out through the nose, short, almost like staccato breath. So quick, rapid breaths, but not too rapid. At the same time, if you can, sit up as tall as you can and pull the stomach in. So little stomach, they call it a stomach pump, just kind of like tighten the stomach. So easiest way I can think of is as you inhale, when you inhale, tuck the stomach in, just pull the belly in a little bit. So I don't know if you can see my hand on my belly. I'm exaggerating, okay? So it doesn't have to go in that far. So I got to cut down the sweets. Anyway, so that's the idea behind breath of fire. Do the best you can. Let's try it, okay? Don't overthink it. And this is one of those breaths that it may be a little disconcerting or strange for you, but I guarantee the more you practice it, the easier it gets. So don't expect it to be easy today, though, unless you've done it before. All right, let's start. So close your eyes, bring your attention to your breath. One deep breath in first. Think of it like dancing the breath, dancing the breath. Okay, and we begin. Remember to tuck your stomach as you breathe in, using the nose only. Don't go too fast. Eyes are closed. If you feel like you're getting winded, slow it down. Take a break if you need to, but then rejoin us. One minute to go. Stay with it. Remember to pump the stomach a little bit. Almost there. Stay with it. You can do it. Stop. Inhale deeply, raise the hands over the head, bring the hands to prayer, raise the hands over the head, hold your breath, take a deep breath in and hold it. Squeeze down, squeeze the sex organs, squeeze through the lower body, squeeze the low back, tighten the back, tighten the lower organs, hold it as long as you can. Exhale. Hold your breath at the bottom, hold your breath at the bottom. Now, if you have really high blood pressure, then don't hold your breath. Just take some deep breaths if you have high blood pressure. Otherwise, hold at the bottom. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Hold. Hands in prayer. Reach for the ceiling. Hold it. Tighten. Tighten through the low spine. Tighten. Tighten the belly. Tighten the back. Tighten the sex organs. Exhale. Bring the thumb and forefinger together. Sit. Meditate for a minute. Eyes are closed. Meditate on your breath. Notice any changes in the body. Notice your energy flow, if it's any different. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Open the eyes slowly. Okay, we're going to do what's called Satyanama mantra now. Satyanama. So Satyanama is a mantra for healing. It's a mantra that helps with Anxiety, depression, nervousness, things that we're all too aware of now with the pandemic and with the social isolation that we all have to put up with. So this is really a healing mantra. Again, it's good for alleviating depression, anxiety, and nervousness, worry. So it's called Satyanama. Satyanama. S-A-T-A. Sa. If I just look at it, it'd be a lot easier. S-A-T-A-N-A-M-A. Satyanama. So we're going to do something a little different with this mantra. We're going to say it out loud. Just Sa-ta-na-ma. Sa-ta-na-ma. We're just going to repeat it out loud for 2 minutes. Then we're going to say it, we're going to whisper it for 2 minutes. So Sa-ta-na-ma. Just whisper for 2 minutes. And then you're going to say it to yourself silently for 2 minutes. Satyanama. Again, it's a healing mantra. These mantras are just, they're just sacred practices, sacred words that come from the Indian Sanskrit dialect. You don't need to understand everything about them. All you need to understand is that it's positive, it's healing, and it's for what ails you, what ails you emotionally and mentally. So it's good for your mental health and your emotional health. All right, so a different way to channel that. Let's do 3-2-2. So 3 minutes out loud, 2 minutes of whispering, 2 minutes of silent Satyanama, and I'll bring you out. So we're just going to go from saying it out loud to whispering to saying it silently within ourselves. Okay, so let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Close your eyes, and we begin. Sa ta na ma. 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 Sa ta nam sa ta nam ma sa ta nam ma sa ta nam sa ta na ma 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 sa ta na ma. Eyes closed. Sat ta na ma 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 sat na ma sat ta 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 na ma sa 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 ta Nama Satta 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 Sama Satta Nama 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 Satta Nama. Now whisper, 2 minutes whispering. Satta Nama Satta Nama Same mantra, Satyanama, but just whisper it. Satyanama, 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 Satyanama. Eyes are closed. Satyanama, 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 Satyanama. Stop for a second, take a deep breath in and hold the breath. Squeeze the sex organ, squeeze down through the low spine, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't hold your breath if you have high blood pressure though, just do some regular deep breathing if you have high blood pressure. Otherwise, hold the breath, exhale. Keep your eyes closed, Satyanama silently for 2 minutes. Satyanama silently for 2 minutes. Say it to yourself. And take a deep breath in and exhale. And slowly open your eyes, return your focus back to the room. Okay, so that was a healing mantra, Satyanama, and you can feel free to try it longer. So one of the suggestions from some of the Kundalini text is to do that for 11 minutes. So you could do any combination, out loud, whisper, quiet, but I would encourage you to do the out loud version. There's something different about chanting these mantras out loud that resonates with the body. It resonates with more than just with the body. It resonates on like a multi-dimensional level, body, mind, spirit. So if you say them out loud, it changes the way it sounds. It also changes the way it feels inside. And it can be very deeply healing for you. So highly recommend you try chanting these mantras out loud. And if nothing else, it helps your singing voice, right? So for those of you that sang in maybe in a church or something like that, it's kind of nice, right? To be able to sing a little bit. And some of them are very beautiful. All right, let's do a little bit of stretching before we wind down the practice. We've been sitting for a while. Why don't we come up to standing for a second? So just work your way up to standing carefully, slowly. And let's just do a little loosening up motion. So just stand with the feet hip width apart. Just swing the arms in a little circle. Let's just loosen up a little bit. So too much sitting, not good for the body. Let's just loosen up a little bit. If you want, you can let one foot come up, as pivot side to side if you want, or not. Or you can keep the feet planted if that's too insecure for you to lift or too unstable to lift that foot off the floor. Just let the arms kind of swing. Now keep the feet still, let the arms keep going. Keep the feet still, keep moving the arms. Side to side, let them flop off your hips or your derriere. Doesn't matter, let them go. All right, back to center. Inhale the arms up to the top. Connect the hands, gentle back bend if you can. Back up to the top, hands to prayer, feet are hip width apart, side bend right. Just lean over to the right, so arms to the right, hips to the left. I know we're going opposite directions. If you're going my way, then we'll just switch to go the other way. Don't worry about it. Come back up to the top, reach for the ceiling, go the other way. Breathe, nice side stretch in the body. Feel the ribs expand, feel yourself stretch. Over to the other side. Back to the top, gentle back bend. Come up to the top, release the arms, come into a forward fold, slide the hands down the thighs. Maybe you just want to come down halfway. Okay, so if you have any back injuries or you're just kind of sensitive, maybe halfway is enough. If you can, let's just all come down halfway for a second, look down at the floor. Bring your hands to a spot where your back is flat like a tabletop. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me a little better. So flat like a tabletop, gentle pressure on the shins, wherever your hands are lying, where they come to lie, look down at the floor, or your yoga mat, stretch. Stretch from your butt and your low spine and your low back all the way up through the crown of the head. Lengthen. So if you could stretch that spine from your low spine, your low back, all the way to the crown, the top of the head. Breathe. Big inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bend them. Even if you can lock them out, don't bend them. And lower the fingertips maybe to the floor. Drop the head down, relax. Curl the chin, come up to the top. Arms float up to the top, connect the hands at the top, gentle back bend. Up to the top, right hand takes the left wrist, just pull across right. Side bend right, right hand over the left wrist. Breathe. Back to the top, switch wrist, left takes the right, pull across left. Up to the top, release the arms down. Inhale up to the top. Exhale down. Inhale up to the top. Exhale down. Inhale up one more time. Exhale, release all the way down. If you can't come all the way down, come down halfway and stay there. If you can go all the way, pause there. Pause at the halfway mark. Again, extend from the low spine through the crown of the head, stretch from your low back, stretch from the buttocks all the way to the top of the head. Lengthen your spine. Imagine your spine lengthening. And imagine a ray of light going up and down the spine. A ray of bright, white, pure light going up and down the spine. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees deeply, hang down. Tuck the chin, come up to the top. Arms float up to the top, connect the hands, gentle back bend. Up to the top, hands to heart center and down. Come down to a seated position on the mat. Let's lower down into our backs. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock, side to side in a circle. Bring a massaging action into your low spine if you can. And lower the feet to the floor. Knees are up. Feet flat on the floor. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Let's just do a big full body stretch for a second. So stretch the legs in front of you. Stretch the arms overhead. Big, big stretch. Reach with the arms. Reach with the toes the opposite direction. Stretch, big stretch, big stretch. Reach forward. Reach forward with fingertips over your head. Reach forward with the feet going the opposite direction. Big inhale, as big as you can make it from this position. And then blow it out through the lips. Blow the breath out. All right, bring the feet back up to upright on the floor. Let's just do a knee down stretch. Bring the arms out wide to a T. Palms down, arms at a T, palms down. Stack the knees and just drop the knees gently over to the left. Don't force them. Just let gravity take them over to the left. Turn your head gently to the right if you want for a little counter twist. Be careful, be gentle. Breathe. Coming back up to the top, going the other way. Drop knees over to the right. Drop your knees to the right gently. Don't force them. You can look up towards the ceiling, eyes closed, or you can turn your head gently to the left. So you do a little counter twist as knees gently fall to the right. You can turn your head gently to the left. Breathe. This is a spinal unwinding move. It's a nice move if you have tension in your low back. Sometimes my back will actually crack when I do this move. You'll hear little pops and cracks. It may sound alarming if you've never heard that before, but if there's no pain, don't worry about it. Okay? And even though I'm not a doctor, I've never had anyone get injured in any of my classes doing this move. So it is safe as long as you're gentle and don't force your knees down towards the floor. Just let gravity take them over where they want to go. And as always, if anything is uncomfortable or surely painful, then you want to back out of the pose. You always want to honor your body and do what you're comfortable doing. So it shouldn't be any pain involved. Might be tight, might be a little uncomfortable, but it should not be painful. Come back to the top. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself another little rock, side to side in a circle. Let's just do a brief hamstring stretch. Hug that left knee into the chest. Raise that left leg up into the air. Stretch that left leg to the ceiling. Right leg is bent with the foot on the floor. Option to roll that foot around while you're up there. Stretch into your ankle. Of course, all these stretches can be held longer. We just don't have the timetable to hold them really long today. What happens is if your hamstrings are tight, that big muscle on the back of your thigh, it feeds into your hips and it feeds into your low back. So a tight hamstring can also affect your ability to be mobile in your back and can cause you to have backaches and hip tightness. So loosening the hamstring muscles can have a direct, indirect effect, positive effect on your hips and your low back. Lower the left leg, right knee into the chest, right leg goes up, stretch the opposite hamstring. Put a little bend in your knee if you have any kind of knee issues. So you can always modify a pose, which means you can change it to suit your body. Breathe. Lower that leg down. Let's do a little windshield wiper. So arms out to the sides to a T, bring the feet out wide to the corners of the mat or just a little wider than hip distance. And then just rotate your knees back and forth like windshield wipers on a car. Again, this kind of wakes up the energy in the low spine, the back, and kind of massages the low back and the hips. And a little bit into the knees. Doesn't have to be fast. Go slow if you want. Flowing back and forth gently. Okay, back to center. Come up to a seated position. So you can either just sit up or you can rock a few times if rocking feels okay on your back. Now you have to be the judge of that. So if you have any back injuries, don't rock, just sit up. Otherwise, maybe rock a little bit. And we'll come up to seated. We're going to end with a beautiful mantra. And it's the Ra-Ma-Da mantra. Come to a seated position, close your eyes for a second, bring your hands to your thighs, thumb and forefinger come together, palms up, just meditate on the breath for a second. Now I'll tell you a little bit about the mantra, keep your eyes closed. So Ra-Ma-Da is a healing mantra, so I thought we'd end with a healing mantra. It is a mantra to heal the body, the mind, and the spirit. Now, there are various versions of this on the internet, Ra-Ma-Da Sa. So I'm not going to say the whole thing, but you'll catch on after a while. Ra-Ma-Da, R-A, separate word, M-A, Da, D-A, S, and then S-A, Ra-Ma-Da Sa. If you Google it on the, on Facebook or the internet, you'll come up with a lot of different versions, as will lots of mantras. So experiment with singing different mantras. Some of them are absolutely beautiful. And one may resonate with you more than the ones we've done today. Okay, so we're going to do a Ra-Ma-Da. You may hear a little bit in the background. I apologize, I'm using my phone to stream this. Ra-Ma-Da, Sa, Se, So, Hung. You'll get it. Just repeat with me. I'm going to do this for a couple of minutes. Ra-Ma-Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. Hung, H-U-N-G, I believe. No pun intended. Sa-Ma-Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hum. Ra-Ma-Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hum. Just do your best. See if you can say it out loud. And if you don't want to say it out loud, just listen quietly. Ra-Ma-Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hum. 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 Ramada Sa Sa Say So Hum Ramada Sa Sa Say So Hum Ramada Sa Sa Say So Hum. I'm going to sing it like 3 more times. You feel free to lie down in Shavasana. Take about 2 minutes in Shavasana, the rest pose. Just lie on your backs or sit in your most comfortable position. 3 more times, and then we'll be quiet for a couple of minutes. Ramada Sa Sa Say So Hum Ramada Sa Sa Say So Hum. Last time. Ramada Sa Sa Say So Hum. Just rest, keep your eyes closed, and just let the mantra just reverberate and echo inside of you. Speaker will be quiet. I'll come back in about 2 minutes. And start to bring a little movement into the body, maybe wiggling the fingers to the toes. Maybe roll your head side to side. Slowly bring yourself back to an awareness of your body and your surroundings. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly. When you're ready, come up to a gentle seated position on your mats. Okay, we're going to conclude the Kundalini practice with Sat Nam. Sat Nam means I am truth. So that it's like I am truth. I know the truth. I know it's true for me, and it's in my heart, my mind, my soul. So you're affirming that your true nature, your true pure nature. Okay, Sat Nam. So you do the Sat really long, like Sat, and the Nam's like a teardrop. Nam. Okay, Sat Nam, I am truth. We'll do it 3 times. Here we go. Close your eyes, deep breath in. Sat Nam. Inhale again. Sa. Nam. Last time, deep breath in. Sa. Nam. Om Shanti Shanti. Peace be with you. Let me end with a little beautiful little quote that I saw online. So first of all, bring your hands to prayer, bow to yourself for showing up for your practice today and for doing something different and being willing to try Kundalini with me. Honoring the sacred feminine. May the long-time sun shine upon you. May full love surround you always, and the pure light within you lead you and guide you always to the truth, to your truth. Bring the hands to prayer. Thank you for joining me today. Yoga Joe signing off. Namaste.